make it.
I believe I could.
Yeah.
I can't.
That's all that matters. You can close the door on him. He's
No.
like the host.
Are you done in here?
Yeah, baby, I was just
Close that door.
Who was it?
The short one.
Oh.
It's cool in here.
It's
Holy
cold
shit.
in here.
Yeah,
wonder why.
For a minute.
Because you turned it down for chef.
Chef, yeah.
Yeah. The air AC in here works to the kitchen.
Oh.
Because the thermostat's in here of all places. Because that's the perfect place to put the thermostat for the kitchen, you know? In the small confined area that will cut the temperature off when the kitchen itself is 100 degrees.
Can we move it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tad could do it.
I hope so.
Totally could. Podcast episode 1010. 5/22, June 22nd. What happened?
I don't question it. He's the boss.
What happened about?
You said podcast 1010.
Yeah, we're just jumping.
It's like 1,000.
We're just gonna jump around.
The middle 990 are lost.
Places here have signs that say we won't take a check over under 100, right?
500.
Under 500.
Yeah.
You know you can start your checking numbers at 1,000.
No, they send you like 400 checks and you just grab the last box.
No, like
No, but you can, when you order,
Yeah,
them,
when
you
I
can be
used
I
like,
understand that.
when I used to open I've only opened a few checking
I
accounts.
bet you that sign works.
Which sign?
Like checks over only 500 series. Like I bet you that's effective.
I'll bet you they don't take checks that say fucking 1 on them. They have all the bounce checks up on the wall everywhere you go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. I think they should put your picture in the newspaper when you go.
if you go to Deepox or you go to the gas station in Johnson,
Deep
Jayville.
box?
Yeah, that's Big Daddy's.
Wow.
If you go to there or the gas station in New Johnsonville, on the door behind the register, you'll see all these receipts
Yeah.
with lines crossed through.
Not paid.
It's a running tab.
It's a running tab.
The fuck are you buying at a gas station that you can't have to pay
I
installments
still
on?
think that's just awesome though that people just walk
That's
in there
like
and
old
be like,
timey stuff. You go to
I'm
the
gonna
store,
get me like
put it on
12
my
ding
tab.
dongs, Deepak, put it on my tab.
I really think that we should pay employees at least half in company script.
Well, the problem with that is you're gonna pay half in company script,
What's company script?
and that means we have to open a company store.
Yeah,
What's company script?
and we could do it. We could have a company coffin store, and a company headstone store, and a company brothel, and a company
Can I run
Well,
the brothel?
the problem with
shoemaker.
the problem with the first two,
and we can put a railway in.
the problem with the
He just
first
wants a
two is
railroad.
we only have like one employee that's in that would be in the business of that.
No, we would
I got a coffin
just
story.
subcontract.
Overseas, each town has one dude that does one thing, right? So somebody passes away, middle of the night, they come knocking on his door. Hey, we need a coffin. So he puts his robe on, grabs his keys, meet me down at the shop, gets down to the shop, unlocks the shop. Pick your coffin. They pick the coffin. It's 75. Let's just say 75 bucks, right?
Where overseas are we talking?
Lebanon.
Okay.
So they hand him 100, and he's like, "Look at my robe. I don't have change. You just go grab one of those children coffins, and we'll call it even."
That happened.
Yeah, they beat the shit out of him. So
They beat the shit out of him because he said grab one of the
yeah,
kid
he's
coffins.
like, I don't know, I got change for 25. Grab one of those kids' coffins, and we'll call it even. You can use it later.
I don't get it. What were they mad about?
Because I would think in Lebanon people would be like, you don't put that juju on me, Ricky Bobby.
That's yeah.
I'm not taking a
Yeah.
child's coffin to open my house.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
he's-
Okay.
yeah.
How's your day?
Fucking amazing.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
What was the best part? You worked out too, threw up.
That was the best part.
I thought you were going to say the shower.
No, the shower
Why am
sucked.
I having a shower?
Why the shower suck?
It's
Because
really
it's
small.
short, it's
It's a small
small.
shower.
I have to shut the
Can
water
you
off.
fit in that
I
shower?
have to shut the water off.
I
to soak my
can't
body.
even. I have to rearrange the whole fucking shower head after you've been in there.
Yeah, that's the way I can get water above my nipples.
If Amanda took a shower in there, she wouldn't even be able to reach the
If
shower
I
head.
used the shower after you and didn't touch anything, my nipples up would be bone
Cody
dry.
too, same thing.
I have to lean on the sheet so I can get my arm up so I can get my underarms.
The shower back there is so low Like I can get under it barely, right? So
Can
it's
I buy a
perfect
hose?
it's perfect. No, it's perfect for
I
Amanda.
figured there was a
So
back there for a reason.
we got this contraption that
Oh,
you
yeah.
loosen and it comes up, and then you loosen it here. But if it's set normal, right, and you loosen it and adjust it up, now it's spraying against the back wall. So you have to. It's a 3-stage wing nut
Operation.
thing. Yeah.
Articulates.
It articulates. It works. It works well. But it's plastic like every other fucking shower head. So eventually you're gonna come
It's
in there.
chromed in plastic.
You're gonna turn it on to warm your shower up.
And
And you're gonna get in, and it's gonna
everywhere.
have sprayed water fucking all over the fucking
Yeah.
bathroom.
Do you not like the hose?
Yeah, you're welcome to use the hose outside.
Okay.
It doesn't take care of the problem if you use the hose. If you use the hose, think about this. If you use the shower massage head thing, right?
Yeah.
It's still fucking. It's gonna squirt right in your fucking face until you take it off.
Okay.
I've had
I understand.
I have had a
I
shower
understand.
massager in every
I
shower
understand.
since I've been a child.
Yeah.
But I don't ever take that motherfucker off and like squirt water up my asshole with it. I mean, what are you gonna do with it? I fucking get in the shower and I fucking wash and shave and do everything I'm doing. Never do I hold unless you've got a clit.
Yeah.
You don't need that fucking shower. What are you doing with that thing?
2 things. First
Squirting
thing,
water up his asshole.
washing my
He's
asshole out with
European.
water.
He's European. They do that.
Second of all, I've never stood under a shower. I've always been too tall. Like when I was younger, okay, but what's this?
I gotcha, I
You get what I'm
gotcha.
saying? So
Yeah.
like for you, I understand. As soon as you said hit you in the face, that would piss me the fuck off. The water's
Yeah.
constantly hitting me in the face.
This
For me, I can have it. You know, we have it's a big head, and
Yeah.
the thing clicks in it, and then you can turn it to just
the
a shower.
shower
head.
in the back. I promise you, the shower in the garage bathroom is smaller than any shower stall you've been in.
No, one.
I've been in a sailboat that had a smaller bathroom,
Well,
and there was a toilet in there.
when we took and I can verify this with Jason, when we rented one of the cabins at
Birdsong, Nathan Bedford.
one of Nathan
Anyways,
Bedford, yeah. Jason's like, oh yeah, there's like one master bathroom. There's one master room, and
There's
then
no way Jason got in that shower.
I swear to God, I was like, Jason, how the fuck did you like? I was like this. I would literally cut the water off, and then like I opened the door, half my body was outside it. I soaked up with the water off, got back in, turned the water on, and closed it.
I was in some RVs. I don't know, a few weeks, maybe a month ago, right?
Yeah.
I was looking at these RVs and these fucking trailers. Like,
Yeah.
nice, pretty nice, you know?
Yeah.
The bathrooms in there, the shower stalls in these motherfuckers
Bigger than yours.
were bigger than the whole fucking bathroom back there.
Yeah.
Some of these, and they had two queen
Yeah.
size beds, and they'd sleep like fucking 9 people. Like nice, pretty
Those
nice.
man, the problem with those is
I'm
they're
not buying
so,
an
no. I would. The problem with those is they're badass when you buy them new, but they're so finicky. Like Dave, they have one.
They're like going. It's like going to buy brand new furniture at Walmart. That's what it looks like it's outfitted with, right? You have nice furniture. You have nice furniture.
Yes.
We have nice furniture. I have nice furniture.
Yeah.
I went furniture shopping with you. I know you have nice furniture. It's like walking into a rooms to go store or something. You know?
Yeah.
It's like it looks nice at first, and
It
then
does
you
not hold up.
pull the plastic peeling off, and it's particle board shit. You
We've
know?
had some sprinters come in that were like, this
I
is
would
a
imagine-
$250,000
right,
sprinter.
right.
Like the leather is leather.
Yeah, it
and
has
it's
actual
plush,
granite countertops
and
and shit.
oh yeah, but like Dave had one. Dave's
A Sprinter? They have
no. They have a big motherfucker. I was like, I'm not trying to be personal. Like you mortgage this motherfucker? I was like, yeah, they do 15 years or 20. Like once they get up in price, yeah, I mean you're talking over $100,000 sometimes. Well, majority of the time, they were somewhere. It started raining, and they had the doors like the extension out.
the
and
pop-ups, yeah.
And it was he was like, it was raining harder inside than it was outside. And then
Wow.
you take it to the fucking, hey, it's fucking leaking or whatever, right? And it was like, he's like, it was there for like 3 weeks or whatever till they got it fixed. And like,
We have a dude next time that happens to them. Like we have
Yeah.
a dude that watches.
yeah.
That is a
Oh
he's
yeah,
got
yeah,
a
yeah,
YouTube
yeah.
channel.
Yeah,
Cool
yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
But
I'll
he
put him in touch.
runs a big fucking
Yeah.
RV place.
And he was saying, he's like, I should have got the bigger one. I want to say they got a gas, and I think he wants to get a diesel now or something. He goes, because it's not meant for, because they put miles on it. You know what I mean? Like they
Yeah.
drive it, and they tow a vehicle usually. So it's like right at, I want to say it's right at that capacity of like, you probably just should have got like the one step higher, like
American
size
Gun
wise.
Chick, they tow a vehicle with their RV
Yeah.
too.
But it's nice. I mean, it's real nice inside. And they tow like a E250 van. Like it's got some. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
I messaged him. He said I'll order them next week.
I don't know. Is it Friday?
No,
It is not.
tomorrow.
Thursday?
Close
This
enough.
Thursday.
It's Thursday. I guess we'll read some of these comments right here.
Which pile?
That super set with that burnout set on the triceps was fucking.
You did. I cut the weight in half for you guys.
Yeah, I started doing whatever 6 is, and then it like
60. 6 is 60.
Is it?
Yeah.
so I started burning out. So then I flipped it to 40, and that was the last set.
I was doing 120.
And I threw up. Well, I didn't throw up.
And then
I gagged real loudly, and nothing came out.
And then doing
That's
sets between.
Yeah, I
you guys
saw
were
that.
Doing all those, and then doing pull-ups in between all that.
That was a good workout.
My shoulders. I feel my shoulder a little bit right now. It's a little tight. I feel my buys and.
So I never
tries
know
a
if I
lot.
want to like, because I know so I can see the difference. I'm starting to learn the difference between like, I can see your shoulder pain, and I can see like, just it's like muscle fatigue. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm starting to pick up on the difference on that, and it's like I always want to walk over and like, do you want me to help you just pick it off the right? And then I'm like,
No,
that's it.
I'll always get it.
Yeah.
I'll always get it. Okay, well, that was podcast 1010.
The other question.
Yeah.
Which I know the answer to,
Well, why are we asking?
because I'm going to ask it anyway. I'm a glutton for punishment. I like the workouts here more than at the gym.
Shut the fuck up here.
Yeah, all right. See, I knew the answer.
It's 2 if I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm good for like that second wind.
I got you.
I go harder here.
Yeah.
But I need the
The beginning?
destination. I
Okay.
need the destination. It gives us time in the car to do the morning video.
Yep. Okay.
I have to be outside
Yep.
to do the
Morning.
Instagram video. It gives us on the drive back. It gives me 15 minutes to rest and then work out a second time if we're going to. And there's just too much shit here
To throw you off.
for me to do.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, let's roll the razors out. Oh, shit, the razors are out. Well, you better let the gas fumes out.
Yeah.
And then fucking 10 more minutes have passed.
I got you.
So
I do agree the second workout is always usually, like when we come back here to finish the
it's a
workout,
lot more intense.
it's a lot more intense. So my thought is like, can we just, all of it be here?
There's a
And
lot
so,
of
you know
shit.
what I mean? Like,
Every workout we do,
yeah.
every
cutting
day,
stuff off
there's
of it.
something that we can't do here from lack of
Okay,
equipment still.
okay.
And even doing cable crossovers on the cable, right?
Yeah.
Very fucking different than the pec deck. And
Very- yeah, it was
rear
harder.
delt engagement is fucking way different without the pec deck that you can reverse.
So on the pec deck, I have to pay attention to, like, if I keep my elbows up and my arms locked, I'm fine. With the cable, like my right hand, I got it. Or I can look straight ahead, you know, I can do everything. My left hand is doing all types of fucked up shit. So I have to look, like I need that visual of like, keep your arm locked, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My 6th set, I'm like twisted already, and then I'm like, all right, I gotta reset.
yeah, and lack of mirrors isn't helping either.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess the marriage is too. Yeah.
There's a dude in Nashville that'll come out and bring 4x8, 6x8 mirrors. And
Does he build them? It's like a mirror store?
It's a fucking guy that has mirrors that'll come out and bring mirrors to you. It's literally, that's what it's. If you look up gym mirrors or dance mirrors,
Okay.
they're thick, they're
Yeah.
sheets, they're huge. He brings them out, puts a track in, puts them on, locks them at the top.
Okay.
But we got to finish the walls up before we can do that. Blue Badger.
For everybody wondering, something happened with the camera last time, so that's why the last one just kind of like in the middle of a sentence cuts off.
Nobody was wondering.
Okay.
And it's Pierre's fault.
Always.
He does handle the cards.
And just like he didn't write the podcast number. Hey guys! This is for 106 podcast about taking your rights back. You are 100% right. We are lazy, too privileged, and too weak. If 20% of gun owners actually stood up, it would be over for the left. I am not saying I'm immune to this. What I am doing, I have a great life, great job, and have money more than 90% of the country. That's not me bragging, it's fact. You have 90% more than the country. Our homeless people are in the top 5% of the world.
Yeah.
That being said, I have told people about the Second Amendment. It's time to rise up and see what they will say. You know, the gun people, no one says they will do anything. It's pathetic, and I have more to lose than they ever will. in their entire life, money-wise, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just like more people care about their daddy's hunting rifle and deer hunting, but they talk a big game. I don't know, guys. They will suck Trump's cock till he throws our gun rights down the toilet. How do you guys feel? Blue Badger, I think that those are conversations you should probably have face-to-face with people. I don't think that that's a conversation to be had on the internet. I think that all these groups have been infiltrated. I think that people within the groups will tell on other people. If nothing else, just for an attaboy. I mean, it was Jews that ran most of the camps that the Jews were in. I think that there's a lot of people watching. I think there's a lot of people reporting. It's been busted out. I mean, Facebook, we know that Facebook is in all the closed private groups, monitoring and deleting stuff and recording stuff. I believe that every keystroke you make, and even at this point, any conversation around any electronics is recorded somewhere. Are they data mining that? Do they have the capability right now? No, but if your name comes across something and they look you up, I think they have the capability to find all of that.
Once they have a specific place to look, then they're going to find everything that you've ever done that has anything to do with electronics.
I think it's worse than we think it is, and I think that you should be careful with that. With that said, what are you going to do? You're going to take your rifle down to the state building? Where you're going to rise up? Where are you going to rise up at?
The other thing too about your statement with 20%, you don't even need 20%. The
3%.
The 3% is the real deal. When we decided we were going to throw the yokes of British colonialism off our backs, it was 3% of the population. Everybody else just fell in line because they had no choice. It's kind of the same thing what's going on, with the Democratic Party. They're placating to probably 10% of Democrats. So when you see, that, like for example, last night at the big face-off that they just had, they're trying to placate to people that aren't voting. So they're going to have some serious problems. Where if you take 3% of gun owners and show up somewhere, it's going to be a big problem for somebody.
Do you speak Spanish?
No. We won that war.
Did you see that?
Did both? Did fucking that
whatever her name is?
No, that they had the debate. They had the first Democratic debates last night, and the fucking whitest guy of the group decided to start it off. It's Beto O'Rourke. He tried to start it off by saying,
"Hola."
They asked him a
¿Cómo
question.
estás?
No.
Estoy bien, gracias.
You spoke better Spanish than
They
DJ.
asked him a economics question, and he decided he was going to answer it in Spanish. And
Did they ask it in Spanish?
No, they asked it in English. He answered in Spanish because he's a fucking idiot. And Cory Booker, you could see Cory Booker gave him his Cory Booker eyes. Cory Booker was pissed because that was Cory Booker's plan. So Cory Booker, the black representative from Washington, or he's not
he's
from
running
Washington.
for president, too.
Yeah, he
they're all
answered one of his questions in Spanish,
which was
horrible.
like, I don't even speak Spanish, and I was like, that doesn't sound even like.
Yeah, they were idiots last night. The real debate is tonight with Bernie Sanders and fucking Biden.
Did what's the pretty Mexican girl's name?
AOC.
AOC. What's her real name?
Octavia.
Anyways, wasn't she just at the border? But there wasn't really a
jumpsuit or
border, was it?
something?
She was at a fence,
But it didn't get busted out that it was a fucking like a Walmart parking lot or something.
showing emotion. But she was at an empty parking lot. Yeah, they are fuck.
And they
you Democrats are so stupid.
They tried to spin it and spin it off as though she was at the border fence.
Yeah, she was crying. She was really legitimately at the fence, crying and showing all this emotion because it was all these close-up shots of her, and you see a fence, and then there's a picture from 100 yards away where it's an empty fucking parking lot and her showing emotion to the empty parking lot.
I like the one where they put Joe Biden in there touching her, comforting her.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Also,
Democrats are stupid.
Don't be so. Like he keeps saying, like, I'm not trying to show off. I'm not like, man. If you made it, be proud of that.
No, I think I understand what he's doing.
No, I get it. Yeah.
Because people are like, you're going to go out of business. And I'm like, not only am I not going to go out of business,
You're going to make me.
I've been doing this to the point where I wear a different watch every day of the week that costs more than your car. And every fucking watch I wear costs more than every car I drive costs more than your house. And they're like, oh, so you're just bragging. No. I'm able to do this because of my business practices. You're an 18-year-old kid taking issue with my business practices that I've been fucking conducting for 30 years. They obviously work. That's my point to that. So I get what he's saying. Skully, I like your cool-ass gun-loving uncle that is like your... Skully is like your cool-ass gun-loving uncle that drops truth over Thanksgiving dinner. Mad respect. Max respect.
Max respects. Hey, thank you.
Special ed. My house runs on alien tech. Element 115. Check it out, Bob Lazar. Look into it, brah. Bob Lazar's dead, isn't he?
No, he's alive. He was
is?
just on. Matter of fact,
I used to hear Bob Lazar on Coast to Coast.
He
on
is
Art Bell
actually
show.
was just on Joe Rogan, and it is fucking pretty good.
Go ahead and download that one.
Yeah, it's really good.
Is it?
Yeah,
He's the one that says he worked at 51.
Area
right?
51. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for another awesome podcast, guys. How many of these Democrats that are running for president will drop out before the end of the year? I myself think that more than half will either run out of money to campaign or some scandal will come to light. What's your thoughts?
They're not going to run out of money. You need to understand that part of the reason why all these idiots are running for president is
Because they
because
get money.
they're getting money. They will not run out of money. It's one of the big scams that goes on with the way this thing is run. So they're going to get a bunch of money to run for whatever. When they drop out, they keep that money. It goes right into their fucking coffer. So that it's really why you have 20 Democrats running for president, so they could pad their expense payments and make a bunch of money. Every one of them are going to come out of this fucking millionaires. It's the way they scam Democrats because all the fucking Democrats and liberals are so fucking stupid that they're sending these idiots money.
How many Republicans are running?
One, he's the president of the United States.
Nobody else is contending?
Nobody's going to go out. Nobody's.
How many?
Somebody will.
How many
I mean, like,
independents?
the party will back Trump.
I don't think there really is. I don't think there really is independence anymore.
Any of the Rand Pauls or Ron
Rand
Pauls?
Paul,
or
he'll run.
That's
again.
not independent. That's running. He runs
Libertarian.
Libertarian.
But I don't know. None of them have fucking said anything about
He
running
runs
yet.
every time.
Yeah, but that's just that's the same
His
thing. You know, it's this thing. That's every 4 years he pads his wallet.
What?
That's all part of it. When you run for president, you take donations. When those donations are done, and you don't win president, you don't send the money back. They pad their wallets. That's what he's doing. He's going to pad his wallet.
What?
We could. Better yet, we should open a super PAC.
What happened to the Mormon guy?
Which Mormon guy?
There was
Oh,
a Mormon dude ran.
yeah,
for-
he's-
Romney.
Romney. He's a state senator now, and he's doing senator shit like he was before.
Are you going to be the president?
No, we don't need to be president. What we need to do
I
is
just want to run.
Explain the super PAC.
no. What we need to do is open a What we need to do is we need to call it a Republican Libertarian democratically funded super PAC.
Anarchist.
Very vague. So everybody sends us money, and all we have to do is produce a couple of commercials. So we produce a couple of commercials about why.
Brandel will do them. Everybody
Yeah,
will be
we
like,
have Brandel do them. Why cats are superior to dogs, and then we'll do another one on why dogs are superior to cats. And then
Both
when
sides of the aisle. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
when the election's over, everything that's in the super PAC belongs to us. Totally legal.
We do one of a Chevy
Not a
pulling
scam?
We do one of a Chevy pulling a Toyota out, and then we do one of a Toyota pulling a Chevy out.
Totally legal. Not a scam.
If we were both to run, you'd be the president?
No, I'm saying we just have a super PAC. I can't run for president.
Come on.
Too many fucking skeletons in my closet.
You're not a U.S. citizen.
There'd be that whole Mogadishu thing that they would bring. I mean, it's not.
Brian Frazier. Thanks, John and SOE, for answering the knife-making kid. Thank you for keeping the kid's name out of the mud for something he didn't do. Another proof positive, solid action by Mr. Willis. Thanks, SOE and crew, for the awesome podcast and videos. You know, I did not see him at Blade Show.
I was looking for him.
He just got a new shop.
You would think he would have came by. Actually.
Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He might have been that busy, man. Blade Show was bigger this year. Like, there's
Mhm.
a whole nother building to Blade Show that I've never even been in.
that you have to walk a half mile to get to it.
Is that true?
Yeah, and it's in a corner of the building that there would be no reason for you to go over there. If you did not know it was there, there's no reason for you to walk over there.
I heard they actually funneled all the Blade Show goers, all the customers, clients, in through that room first, so you had to come through.
So when you get your tickets, it's like the desk is right here, and then that room's there.
What they did is they actually came over to our room, and there was a girl that was walking around, and she had beer coupons, and she was giving beer coupons away to everybody. Who was it? I don't know if it was. I think it was Justin. Me and Justin got like 4 coupons, and I'm like, where do we get these? Like, it's got to be the bar over here. And so Justin went around, went to the bar, went to the booth where the girl came from and everything, and they're like, no, you got to go in the other building.
Holy fuck!
So they were giving beer
That's
coupons.
Smart, though. Try to placate, fucking calm down all those guys in that other room
to get people to flow to that other room.
John, until you said it, though, the party stopped. Until you said it, thought the party stopped. I'll try and make the next one. Thanks, SOE and crew, for the awesome. The next party is July
20th.
What's that?
Job.
3 weeks.
Something like that.
That's the 20th.
3 weeks.
Pierre is right. All lowrider hydro and huge stereo car guys from the 90s should now load parallel and series. SOE. Thanks, SOE and crew, for the awesome podcast. I was at some SPL contests, sound pressure level contests, where the dudes that won, they actually pushed cars in. They did not. The car didn't even have engines in them.
Yeah, I've seen those.
They were just full of batteries.
I've seen those.
Daniel Marshall.
Heavier than if it had.
Yes, it takes time to get your head around the electricery carry-on parallel series volts, amps, watts. Though I guess, as always, knowledge is the thing. Glorious video. Thank you again. This is really fucking bothering me. I have toothpaste on my shirt.
I can cut the light off if you want to see it. Remember that show on Discovery? Maybe you didn't see it. It was like they got put in an encampment.
Yeah.
And it was like.
It was in a big warehouse and shit, and then they got attacked, and then they had to go out and scavenge for food. Yeah, it was called Survive or something.
Yeah.
Survive the Apocalypse.
Yeah.
There was a couple seasons of it.
I remember watching it. It was pretty good. Where they had like.
No, it was terrible. It was good to him. He was beginning then.
Yeah, they found like 30 batteries or 40 batteries.
Oh, is that the one where they
made like this monster pack, like battery pack, and they wear it all. I want to say parallel. So they just same voltage, but it was all. Or they got it to 110, I think, and then they new series and parallel, so they got certain voltage and certain amperage. And then they made a water filter out of sand and charcoal. It was like,
it's just a gravity filter.
Yeah. But it was like
55-gallon drums.
No, it was.
No, I'm telling you, 55-gallon drums and sand.
Yeah.
Will do wonders.
Yeah. This was like 500 gallons, 600 gallons. They had sand and dirt.
And all you guys thinking you've got all this charcoal stored up for emergency to make your charcoal filter, you cannot use Kingsford briquettes. Those are full of gasoline.
Well, you can use them. I mean,
they're gonna poison you.
You can use them.
Yeah, it'll kill any of the bacteria in there. That's for sure.
And then in you.
Currently in the process of buying my first home. It has a natural gas hookups. Want to look at one of those Generac generators that cut the power back on as soon as it goes out. Have y'all tried any Podcoin app yet? Man, I heard about what I have not. The Podcoin, I heard somebody talk about Podcoin.
A couple episodes ago.
Is that what it was? Evan, if you're going to rock a Fostech with a sombrero drum, you need an SOE poncho. We should do a
SOE poncho.
SOE ponchos. What we should do.
Could we? What do you want to do? Go ahead.
I think we send Pierre down to Tijuana, cross, and come back with ponchos and
chiclets. Can I get like at least Ed to come with me or something?
Ed who?
But you don't need Ed.
I need fucking Ed in Tijuana.
You don't need Ed in Tijuana.
Yeah, I need Ed.
The Canadian?
The fact that you're so like no means I need two Eds.
I can tell you exactly how this is going to go.
I'll take the Canadian, but
I know how it's going to go. He's not going to make it past the bridge, and he's going to come back with a fucking huge box of chiclets, and be like, "I didn't make it across the bridge because I had to buy all these chiclets."
What's the bridge?
And you know what? Maybe I'll bet
What's that awesome movie I like about the Tijuana border?
Sicario?
Sicario. Have you not seen Sicario? That's exactly how this is going to go.
No, I don't think so. I think he's going to have.
What's the rules? I
think he's going to have a
weapons loose.
He's going to have a duck with a sombrero on it, statue.
No, it'll be an American
And-
Eagle. It'll be a bald eagle.
Oh, bald eagle.
Made of
a
paper
crate of
mache.
chiclets, and he will
Chiclets
have not
are
made
good.
it. And he will
No,
not
they're
made
not.
it across the
I
bridge.
had like the multicolored one, the fruity ones. I like chiclets.
That gun.
I know.
I will punch you right in your throat right now. Jess is gonna be like, "What happened?
I spoke up.
You can't
I
talk."
said the G word.
But I
said
agree
the
with
G
you.
word.
I really think we should just go get Tijuana ponchos and have a stencil made that we can spray paint SOE on the front of it.
I was gonna make micro rigs out of it.
What's a
Oh, we should be able
Tijuana
to get that
poncho?
material though.
What's a Tijuana poncho?
It's literally a poncho, man. I'll
It's
bet.
a-
Who have I
it
seen
is-
wear one? Who
It
has
is
one?
so it's usually multicolored. It's a poncho. It's
Oh, it's
multicolored.
like I know what you're talking about.
They
Yeah,
call
yeah,
them
like a
drug,
hoodie.
drug rugs.
You put
Yeah,
your
yeah.
you put your thing in here,
yeah.
and you know hemp rope, right? Have you ever messed with
I
scratch?
know what you're
how
talking about.
scratchy hemp rope
Yeah, I know
is?
what you're talking about.
Whatever the reason, they put that on the inside of the poncho.
Smart.
It has a smell to it.
Yeah.
Smells like Tijuana.
You really think I could survive Tijuana by myself?
Yeah, 100%.
Are you kidding?
See, I have this picture of Tijuana just being like,
You don't. They're not gonna kidnap you.
I mean, yeah, I got
The
you.
minute you open your mouth, they're going to be like,
Yeah,
They're gonna just
Yeah.
cut you.
yeah.
get them.
I
Because
got,
they're
I got
going
a
to
guy.
think you're a Fed.
I got a guy that can get us these ponchos.
Okay.
And we will go. It'll be a great video.
Are we going to Tijuana?
I would totally go to Tijuana with.
I don't
go
think
eat,
we,
we go eat Mexican
I don't
food.
think we can.
Why?
Because I believe
They're
that.
dead.
I know, but I
You
believe
talking about him?
No, I believe that you need a passport to get across the border now.
No. You can
Sure.
do an
There's
enhanced,
tunnels.
You can do an enhanced license.
There's tunnels.
Okay, well, either way, we're not walking across the border with
What if
our
we broke
Tennessee
into
driver's
Tijuana? Would
license.
it be a problem getting back?
If we broke into Tijuana?
And then we just come through the border as though we belong here?
Oh, so for example, if we walked across the border into Tijuana, which we could do, I know a couple places where we
Can
could
you
walk
not
right
get a
across.
passport?
Yeah.
Yeah, all you'd have to do is when you got to the thing is,
So why
you're
can't
a
you get a
citizen.
passport?
I'm a U.S. citizen.
You don't have a passport?
Yeah, I do.
Safety guy. Safety guy.
I do.
You're adding something that doesn't need adding.
No, I
So yeah, we could probably walk back there.
We just come
if-
back in.
Yeah, maybe.
Him, on the other hand.
Yeah, he's going to secondary.
I'm not going to secondary.
You are 100%
Bullshit,
going to
you're going to
secondary.
secondary.
They're going to look right at you and go,
Yeah, not U.S. citizen.
cocaine balloons. Immediately. That's the first thing they're going to do. They're going to like cocaine balloons, get them into secondary.
That's probably true. They're gonna X-ray you.
Okay. I'm not going to secondary.
You were definitely going
The only way I go to
They're gonna be
secondary
like,
is
what?
because your fault. You'd be like,
They're gonna be like, it looks
You
like
don't know
he
the
sprayed a bunch of
guy.
water up his
No.
asshole with a shower
he
massager.
he went to a bathroom for about 20 minutes. with
But I
Vaseline.
do.
That's not how they do it.
I do know somebody who's very high up that currently is on the Tijuana border that we could call and make sure that Pierre goes to secondary.
That's why I would go to
Do
secondary.
you think he could get us a bunch of Tijuana ponchos?
Maybe.
I always wanted to bring the dogs back. I never got a dog back across the border.
You tried?
Yeah.
Well,
What happened
They took the dog.
at the checkpoint?
International dog.
Because the
I'm
dogs are
surprised-
really friendly, and there's always a three-legged dog everywhere you go in Mexico.
There was a time when it was literally at the border was literally a big huge black lady leaning against the booth in her uniform with her eyes half closed going,
And declare.
Claire, U.S. citizen. All right, get the fuck there, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. And you would like.
It was usually fireworks
Yeah,
we were bringing.
grocery bag of fireworks, like a grocery bag of fireworks, going up to her, going like this. No, I don't have anything to declare. All right, get the fuck out of here. And you're like,
back. Yep.
bottle rockets sticking out the top and shit. Like, no, whatever, get out of here.
Weapons collection. Wish I could make it out to the party in July, but my best friend is getting married that week. Got to stand up with a stupid fucking wedding, so I'll be in Arizona. Let me tell you, you need to reevaluate your friendship. He's probably not going to stay married very long. You just said stupid fucking wedding in Arizona. Who makes you better? Do I make you better, or this guy that doesn't even live where you live if you have to go there? Think about that.
Bring them here.
I bought my first generator the first time we lost power for more than 24 hours. Come day 2, I had to get my saltwater fish tank running. Oh shit. I couldn't afford to have the entire tank die off. I would have been sick to my stomach if I lost 5,000 worth of exotic. 5,000 scratching the surface on some fucking tanks. Holy shit. Although maybe this is the dude I need to come do our fish tanks.
Yeah.
And He has a weapon collection. You guys would get
One.
along great.
That means there's multiples.
Weapon collection 1. No, that was 1 day ago.
Oh.
That's why it's a different grayscale.
Sure, just prove me wrong again.
Well, you make it so easy. Moon pie, noodle. John, talking about
soda.
Talking about tracking your Porsche. Watching older videos, you've talked about plans on modding and tracking the car. How often and what kind of events do you attend? HPDE, Audax, and NAS. Okay, I don't know what any of those are, so look those up and tell me what those are. Are you a member of a local Porsche club? Local? Local where?
Yeah, the Camden.
He's
actually the president.
There's another Porsche.
I'm lead
Camden.
mechanic.
Isn't there like Amanda? I'm not saying
Panamera?
Amanda, but like Panamera.
Yeah, there's
Isn't there?
two members, John and Amanda. He's the president.
Is there
I'm
another
the lead
Panamera?
mechanic.
There's some
I thought
I've seen some Cayennes.
I thought I'd seen a
I think
Panamera.
there's a Macon.
The one I see all the time that it doesn't seem to fit this area.
There's another Range Rover.
Is a Maserati. A Maserati
Yeah.
always leaving Camden and going
Yeah.
into Jayville.
Yeah, there's a Maserati. There's a few Jaguars.
No, it's black. Black Maserati.
To answer your question, no, I don't belong to any Porsche clubs. I think there is a Porsche get together in Memphis. I'm sure Nashville has something. They have 2 dealerships that are pretty high volume dealerships. Their Instagram pages are great. When I bought my 2016 Shelby GT, we see a black and red fucking Mustang coming past us on the way back from the gym. We're gonna steal that guy's car. I mean, we're gonna.
Mustang.
Why?
That's the only one. Out of all of your taste and everything, that's the one I can't wrap my brain around.
I want a 350.
Okay.
Or a 500. I,
That's
don't care. I like the 500 because it does jumps. Like you can jump from freeway overpass to the other one.
okay.
And that dude beat like a lot of multi-million-dollar cars with it.
You always point out, like, you go to the restaurants and you order the wrong thing. You always, like, point my bad taste out, which is fine.
Because you have terrible taste.
But you want a Mustang.
Everybody wants a Mustang, but you.
Because they suck.
Every dude I know that owns Porsches and Ferraris owns several Mustangs.
Yeah, because he can't sell them for what he's got money into them.
I don't think so.
And he bought those before he bought the Porsche, and then he drives Porsche.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Suck.
Besides, when you have a lot of car wrecks, you have to have them filled.
Yeah, it's like filler then.
Ford invites. No, it's because when your asshole friend is like, "Hey, let me borrow a car,"
Oh,
you can give them that fucking Mustang.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Ford, they look sharp, man.
I
The
don't-
new Mustangs,
I-
the new Corvettes too. Holy shit! Every time one comes up on me, I'm like, "Here comes a Ferrari."
So me and Cody had this conversation. Every Mustang that's come out.
Did I see Cody's? Is Cody's Mustang still sitting in that fucking field of weeds?
I'll go
Yeah.
Look. Probably.
White Mustang.
I'm pretty sure that's what that was. Doors open.
So every time a Mustang comes out, and then the following generation comes out, or they do a face, I'm like, this is the greatest Mustang ever. And then as soon as the next generation comes out, I was like, that looks like shit. This new, they always look they never hold.
They're smart.
Yeah,
I think that's smart because it's a target market. What's above a Mustang? What do they make above a Mustang?
Sports car wise, a GT now, but
GT what?
they're about the 40.
Oh yeah, but that's a supercar. I
Yeah,
mean,
almost a hypercar. Yeah,
you have to fucking be invited to buy that thing.
they're fucking.
But a dude with a Mustang, all he can do is go buy another Mustang if he's going to stay with the brand. At least you get a. This Camaro is just like a Corvette, awesome, but it's not a fucking Corvette, buddy.
No.
So what does he have to aspire to? A Corvette, right?
Yeah.
Ford's probably like until they come out with something else. That's
They're
probably smarter.
they're smart. They sell them. They make the V6 convertible for the chicks and stuff like that. I'm with you. They just lacking.
We could go buy 3 fucking Mustangs tomorrow. Do you see a Mustang here? I don't think you have to worry
About you getting Mustang.
about me fucking showing up with fucking a Mustang.
Fair enough.
Ford invites all their performance car buyers to their racing school in Utah with some in-class on-track instruction by pro drivers. I've had the desire to track my car ever since, but I keep fucking off to do it. I get it.
You pay for that.
I get it. You pay for it. It's wrapped up in the fucking price of the.
You buy a brand new AMG off the lot, they'll send you to the AMG Driving Academy for free. But it's half of it you pay for, and half of it the dealership loses off the back end of the dealer, off the back end of the deal, which they wrap in. So you end up paying the $1,800 for it.
So if
But go do it because it's
if
fucking
you buy
epic.
if you buy the AMG, do I get the $1,800 off if I tell them I'm not going to their
No,
school?
because you have to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and certain ones like only the V8.
And I
AMGs.
think they'll also deliver your car at the driving school.
Yeah, you can't tell them that I want. Yeah, and you can do European delivery. They'll give you
If you buy
8% off the car.
a GT3 RS or a GT2, you can pick that bitch up. You can go over there and
Yeah.
pick it up and track it.
It's
and
called
line
European
up.
delivery.
Yeah. it's
So
fucking-
Mercedes will give you, I want to say like 8% off the sticker price of the car.
but then you gotta pay way more to
No,
bring
it
that
includes
bitch back.
includes all of it.
Do they bring it into the United States for
Yep,
you?
yep. All you have to do because you
Oh,
always
so you get it when
you
it comes
al-
off the line.
Yes.
Okay.
So you go over there. All you have to do is pay for your ticket and your
Is it
hotel stay.
what is it, Stuttgart or somewhere?
Yeah, and then
Because they have all the tracks right there.
and then you get a tour of the facility. It's really cool. You do a tour of facility, and then they put templates on the car. I have one. I stole one off a car. It's a
Euro placard.
It's a Euro. It's really
That's
cool. It's white and red. It's got the red known for
neat.
temporary, and then you get to drive around for 2 weeks.
And then you can go to Amsterdam.
Yep, and then you get your and part of the price because you're paying for. They only do it for the cars that are made over there. Like you're not getting a C class that's made in Alabama Euro delivered.
Right.
But so you have to pay for the transit anyway. So like it's built into the price of the car. So it's not costing you anymore.
So
They actually just give you a deal.
when we go to all the coffee shops in Amsterdam,
Coffee shops,
I'm gonna be very disappointed when they don't actually have coffee.
they don't have any coffee at the
They
coffee
have
shops.
pastries where they sell weed. Weed smokers are really hungry, aren't they?
They don't have
It would be
coffee in
smart.
the.
It
They
would
don't
be-
have
no,
coffee
they
in
do.
the-
They do because I
I
saw a
don't
video.
think
They do. You get an espresso and a joint.
Yeah,
But it's.
espresso and a brownie.
I just want to see the red light districts.
I just
I
want
would
to
like
see
to
some
go through the
guns.
Do they have guns there?
Amsterdam, everything's legal.
Guns?
Guns.
Yeah.
bet
So
it's
why would you
not.
just spend the time in the red light district?
I can see pussy here.
Yeah, but it's.
I can't just fucking fondle
I just want to see if they really have red lights.
G3s and fucking. Oh
No,
man.
we're gonna go there. They're not gonna be any. The G3s are gonna be in the fucking border guards' hands.
No, I just want to go. I just want.
You want to see
I
some
want to
G3s?
go to the place.
The Federales have them.
I just want to go to the place where they hand you the menu.
I'm sure.
And you open it up and you're like,
G3.
It's an HK91.
ooh.
Man, I bet you we can get. Does it have to be a real G3 or it could be an HK91?
They're all real G3s.
No, I have HK91s, bro, but I don't have a
No,
G3.
You don't have to bro me, bro.
Well, quit broing me with the fucking.
You just
Can it be
broke
an
me.
HK91? That's like what? Can it be an HK91? No,
Okay,
I said machine
all right.
gun, bro.
all the
You did
Mexican
serve.
You
Mexican
did.
border guys.
Fucking
All
hit
the
me.
Federales have G3s.
Yeah, we'll go to Tijuana and then you can see a G3. It's like two birds in one stone. And then
I
he
had
had
a-
his dog with 3 legs.
I had a lieutenant. Who
Call it a
went,
service dog.
I had a lieutenant who went and did an exchange program in
Tijuana.
Estonia. He went to Estonia.
That's
She's a
not-
former-
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
And he was talking about all the Nazi
That's where
stuff.
Diabolic films all their videos.
Yeah, all the Nazi stuff that they would have in their markets because it was a ski resort for the
Can
Germans.
you bring
World War
it
II.
back?
I don't know, but
like memorabilia.
Yeah, I told him, I want any Russian shit you can get. I want Russian uniform, Russian just anything. This is when I'm still in. And he's
So
like,
at like their flea markets.
yeah. And he goes, okay, I'll bring you something back. And so he goes to this place. He goes, I want Russian equipment. He tells this guy he wants Russian equipment.
Yeah.
And they take him into a bar, and they actually hand him a menu, and it had like
Ah, yeah.
AKs, but it just went all the way up to a MiG-25.
Holy shit.
And he's like, all I want is some uniforms and some flags, maybe?
I know a guy. Where did he go?
Yeah.
I know a dude went to. Shit, I don't remember where it was. He went over to broker a deal to get a bunch of bullets, right? 7.62.39.
Yeah, gotcha.
And they bought a bunch of bullets, 7.62.39. But he was Facebook Live and he was walking through fields of MiGs and shit and armor, and they were opening up hangars and shit. Like, all that shit was for sale.
Yeah, the Russians just
Lord
left
of
it.
War is real.
It's 100% real. They just, so when the Soviet Union collapsed,
Did you say Lord of War?
yeah,
We know a dude that brought a tanker ship. The big super tankers, full of fucking bullets back over.
yeah, when the Soviets left, when they pulled, when the Soviet Union collapsed and it just became Russia, they left all their equipment in place and didn't take any of it back. So T-72, all that shit just was sitting there for whoever wanted to sell it.
Yeah, you can go over there and find me.
Yeah, I mean, you can still go over and find crazy shit. Like there's a place in
They don't even care if you have a license.
Latvia, I think it is, where they have
Tons of shit comes out of Latvia.
was a T-72. It was a manufacturing plant for T-72 tanks, and they have like 400 T-72 tanks just sitting in this field, and you can go there, and they will just give you a T-72 tank to drive around because
Why would you go
nobody's
there?
making it.
Why haven't you gone yet?
Because it's Europe. It's
Latvia.
scary.
It's scary.
Europe is scary.
When are you guys
There's
gonna have?
werewolves in Europe. Everybody knows this.
When are you guys going to have John Lovell, also known as the Warrior Poet, on your podcast? The interview between you and him would be, as Kanye put it, dragon energy. Also, what are your thoughts on homeschooling, from how doable it is from a legal standpoint to an addition time commitment wise? John was in town. I did not meet John in town. I met John at Blade Show. We talked for 30 minutes maybe. We built a couple pieces to send to John. We emailed him, and we've never heard back from John. So I have some stuff I made for John that we're just about to sell. We're gonna put it up for sale.
You should auction it off
As John
as
Lovell.
as John Lovell's Warrior
tag
Poet.
Tag John Lovell in it.
In it? Yeah.
And John
we
Lovell's
really
copper.
should.
He walked in our booth and he's like, "Oh man, who made this?" We made it, motherfucker. What do you mean, who made this? I don't think he has any clue who we are. Like, he's in our booth. He's like, "I've never seen this. This shotgun rig's really cool." So there we go, Nicholas. I had a 7K generator that was just too loud to use. Yeah, I've been around some of those. You needed earplugs and long extension cords just to run it. I attached a stock muffler from a Victory motorcycle, found a scrap metal bin. After that, it ran in stealth mode, and people loved the idea. Problem solved. It's called an attenuated housing. You want an attenuated housing. You want to put it on a concrete slab in a building with sound insulation. And sound insulation is different than normal insulation. So just look up attenuated housing or generator building, and you will see exactly what. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. But you can definitely disguise the sound of generators and dampen the sound of them for sure. Vermont banned bump stocks, but not criminals. So far, they have 2 bump stocks turned in. 3 words: tactical baby carrier. There's a few people making baby carriers. You won't see us do that. You've seen a couple other companies pop up and make them super cool, and then they stopped making them. There's a regulatory board over anything that has to do with child safety. And I don't even want to fucking touch that.
I read something that showed that in car accidents, the baby seat, there's evidence showing that baby seats don't, like, the price of a baby seat doesn't make a difference on how
safe it is or
how
not.
safe it is.
Hi guys, regarding worn belt resizing. I've been to the website and I understand you send cold hard cash 25 with your details. Is this case for international customers too? I'm happy to go to the exchange to get US dollars to send, but to transfer the funds PayPal for the internationals, where I'd include the transaction number with the belt and details, that would be great. Thanks, mate. Send an email, Brad. Nobody's ever asked a question. Everybody's always sent cash. By the way, the Rigid Cobra 1.5 is the best belt I've ever had. Being a boiler maker, the amount of shit I've thrown at it for 2 years, like welding, excessive heat, and it's still in use, is incredible. It's only starting to wear when it bends at the buckle. Yeah, Brad, just fucking hit me up through email. That if you send an email through the website, that info is going to be the email is going to come to me. Boilermaker, man. Yeah, we've seen Boilermakers. You guys wreck shit. We've had a couple dudes that had like caustic chemicals get on their belts and stuff and come in, and it literally like eats the aluminum, but the fucking belt is still there. And then we've seen belts come in that have like acid melts on the belt, but the buckle's fine. There's no rhyme or reason to what chemicals. Well, I mean there is, but different chemicals do different shit. What did we have? They put chemicals on some of our belts up at the factory up here that were pretty nasty shit, and it didn't even fuck the belt.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was. Yeah, I don't remember what chemical they were using.
So yeah, just send an email, man. Talking about excavators versus backhoes. I work for a county road department, and we have 2 perfectly good excavators we use all the time. They just bought a new Deere backhoe and are switching to that. Makes no sense at all. Seems like they spend money just to spend it. Anyways, love the gear and the podcast, and can't wait for the orders to ship. Thank you.
When you work for any government agency, they do spend money just to spend money, so they can keep that money flowing. If they don't spend the money, then the bean counters will go, well, you didn't need that money, so you don't get it anymore. So you always have to spend that money. That's why you see, new trucks. You see new trucks over at the electric company all the time. new tractors. You know, every tractor you see on the freeway right now cutting lawns, it's like brand new tractor. They have to spend the money, or they won't get the money the next year. It's the same thing with the military. When you're talking about anything that you see in Dermo, you can go to Dermo and find a fucking brand new truck that's got 200 miles on it. They had to get rid of that truck because a new truck came in. They're only allowed to keep so many trucks on the lot. After that, you got to get rid of that equipment.
Defense reutilization, military.
Yeah, something organization. It's basically a way to make sure that the equipment gets used a lot longer than just getting thrown away.
Man, you scratch a lot. Sit still. Sit still, boy.
Can I sit?
No, you can't fucking sit.
Stand still.
You want to be off the podcast, don't you?
If you can sit, you can lay down.
Okay.
It's just it's the way it should be. If
If
you're
it's
not
appropriate
moving-
to lay down, then you can sit down. If it's not,
Oh, I
then
see
you
what you're
can't.
saying. Okay.
What so yeah, it's just like somehow our schools, like every 6 months, they tear the parking lots out and then resurface them. The schools all have brand new asphalt at any given time. Every time there's a holiday, the school asphalt gets ripped up and they fucking redo it. It's because somebody's brother owns an asphalt company. I mean, I don't know that factually. I've never looked into it, but I really thought about that today. We drove my little car, Porsche Cayman S. We drove it to Walmart for one of the girls' birthdays, so we went to get a cake for her birthday at Walmart from the bakery. And we drove it, and I was thinking, I'm like, holy fuck, these roads are fucked up. Like, this is literally just normal surface roads, and it's like beating the fuck out of my car. And the money, it's just crazy. The highways are generally pretty good, but we get big fucking potholes sometimes. Like, sometimes the highway's brand new, and sometimes it's fucked up to the point where I literally can't drive to Nashville in my car, so I have to take a truck or SUV. And that's back on this. They're always spending money on shit, but it's obviously not going to the fucking roads here. Somebody else had answered, maybe it's further back in here. I saw a comment the other day too, the difference between backhoe and excavator. The backhoe is because they can use a piece of equipment that does multi-purpose, and it's also wheeled instead of tracked, so it can drive down the road. Biggest benefit to biggest benefit to a backhoe is 2 tools in one, loader and a digger. Second, being able to road a backhoe versus trailer it from location to location is huge. You ain't gonna road an excavator even if it's on road. Oh yes, we did. We drove it like 4 miles up the road. With that said, we also took the skid steer up there.
Yeah.
We drove it there. With that said, I'm not doing road maintenance. I dig in a raceway for primary power. So 4 to 5 feet deep, 2 to 3 feet wide trenching. What is the raceway?
What the fuck were we doing with the
Fixing the gravel at the other building.
Oh, okay. I was like, I remember driving down that back street and shit, doing the sneak tip with it. But I was like, what were we doing? Were we doing something at the church?
Got my new SOE shirts the other day and fucking love them. 9mm and tequila. The tequila one's badass. I had a small problem with the order and emailed John within 15 minutes of sending the email. I had an email back with the problem handled. Thank you, SOE. Sorry for the problem, man. I don't know what that was. Those Whisper Hondas are awesome. I have 2 of them, so I can piggyback them and run 220 welder right on. Yeah, you can run them in. You sure can. You can do that with the 1000s, the 2000s, and they have I think there's a 2 4000s you can gang like that.
How much does this Whisper Honda cost?
1100 brand new from Honda, probably. You can get them off Craigslist for 6-ish. You don't need one.
I don't need one.
There's some fakes out there right now. I can't remember who makes them. There's some fakes that have the same technology, sine wave, so they're clean energy. You can get them for, a few $100, man.
I wanted.
Costco sells. That's the 1000 you want. Costco sells a 2000. I have like 3 of them stacked up in the back that I bought. They're just fake Hondas, and they power up the same. I've run them. Noticed the box of moon pies appeared in the last video. No one commented on it, so I guess I am first.
Yes, you are.
Is there a box of noodles next to it? What's the story on the sudden appearance of the moon pies? You got to go back and listen to the other ones, man.
You win? Should we tell him what he won?
No.
Okay.
John is using it to bait Pierre. Pierre's not a... He might be a sneak snacker, but I don't see him snack, man.
I did today.
What'd you eat?
Have to slice of pizza.
That was lunch.
No.
That's what we provided for lunch.
After lunch.
Oh, you fucking piece of shit. So you were going after pizza when I fucking
was not.
caught
I was
you in
fixing
there
the
afterwards.
boxes.
I was fixing the boxes.
Have you ever known me to lie?
Hey guys, love the podcast. Will Eli and Red Meat Steel have a booth at the party? I do not know. I actually have no idea. I don't know. Oh hell. Now what do I do later? I'll have watched my crack on YouTube 6 hours early. We're putting up extra content, man. We've been putting up a lot of content. Skully, I live about 20 minutes from where the VA Virginia Beach shooting happened, and according to the local news, the suppressor he used was his, and it was purchased legally.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew that it was purchased legally. What I was saying was, when they asked all the hard questions to the FBI about the shooter, the FBI said, yes, he purchased his firearms legally, but the FBI said nothing about the suppressor. I knew that,
Maybe they didn't know at the time.
I was about 60% that the suppressor was going to have been legally purchased, but the FBI didn't want to say. When they talk about legally purchased guns, they can put that on the gun store. So they're like, yes, legally purchased at Bob's gun store. But when you're talking about a suppressor, the ATF or the FBI has to go, yeah, we said he could have that. And they're not going to do that publicly.
Even most gun sales are that way now. We said he could have that. I mean, there's a fucking 15-day hold in California or whatever. I mean,
yeah, but they
I
can
think
put it on the gun store.
Have that shit, you know.
They can still put it on the gun store.
Weapon collection. I'm very anti-social media, but y'all convinced me to venture over to MeWe. The thing with social media is, make a fake account. Like, just put the app on. Like, if you want to see what's going on, I put a fucking ton of content on Instagram and Facebook. And it varies because you can do different things on both of them. Put the app on your phone, make a fake account, and don't subscribe to anybody other than the couple people you want to see. I'm very you should look at what your kids are doing on social media. You might be fucking surprised, man. Okay, Skully.
Oh, scenarios.
Scenario question.
Oh, boy.
Tomorrow, you get a brown paper bag with $20,000 in it. Do you finally go ahead and buy a saw, or do you buy 20 other brown bag mystery items? There could be poop in there. You should buy the saw.
I mean,
A saw
if you're
for
really
20
gonna
grand?
if you're really gonna give me 20 grand, I am going to buy a saw. I'm gonna buy an M250 cal, and I'm gonna buy a Barrett 50 cal.
All
Like a
semis?
single shot saw for 20 grand?
No, if you give me 20 grand, I can get all of that.
Semi-auto?
The Barretts
semi-auto.
the two Barretts are going to be
7 apiece.
14.
I'll
A
still
saw is $6 grand for a single shot saw? You're going to pay
It's
six.
not
Semi-automatic?
single shot. You mean semi-automatic.
Yeah, single semi-automatic. Yeah, I'm gonna pay that
She's put a belt fed upper on a fucking.
because I didn't carry
it's
just
not
a
a-
belt
because
fed
that's not a
upper
saw.
when I.
Okay.
The first rifle I
understand
carried in
now.
the Marine Corps was a
I
saw.
understand.
Can you put the 200 round boxes on that upper thing he's talking about?
Yes, you can.
You can.
Yeah.
And it fires saw belt linked in.
Yeah, it's just linked in. I mean, it's a good
Well, the binary.
it's a good fucking trade off.
Yeah.
Like, but
Golf
I'm
gunner.
not buying the saw because I want a belt
I
fed gun.
understand.
It'd look cool in the helicopter.
Yeah, it would look cool.
And then you can take it from the helicopter, put it on the tank.
Skully, what was the best and worst part of being deployed in Mogadishu?
There was nothing bad about Mogadishu. Not one single thing. I have not a single bad memory of Mogadishu. The food was fucking great. All the people there were great. We got to do things that what 20-year-old wouldn't want to do. The weather was beautiful. I mean, there was nothing bad about Mogadishu.
There was girls there.
Yeah, there were girls there. Thank you, 10th Mountain, for bringing all those girls.
For the Marines.
For the Marines. I guess the only bad part about Mogadishu was, let me think.
It was Mogadishu.
No, man. I mean, we could have went to the beach if we wanted to. You know what? I'll tell you what. The worst part about Mogadishu was the MEU pulled us out of Mogadishu for 6 days. They said it was mandatory that everybody went on Libo. So everybody in the battalion had to go on Liberty in the Seychelles Islands.
Oh,
So they pulled everybody out.
Seychelles.
Yeah.
Seychelles.
They pulled everybody out
Someone tried to overthrow the Seychelles.
They sure did. For 4 days, basically we were on the island for 4 days, but they pulled us out for a week. That was the worst part. Even though, it was the Seychelles is a really nice island if you ever get a chance to visit it. Me and Chris almost died there.
Died there. How'd you and Chris almost die?
We were snorkeling.
Barracuda.
No, we were snorkeling, and the reef.
Hammerhead.
The reef around.
You can get fucked up. You get scratched by
the
a
reef around the island is pretty big. So we were 2 miles out.
So the current.
We were 2 miles out, and we're like, "Hey, it's time to go back." And then the current was going out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, we were fucking. It was Panic City trying to get back to shore.
It's always cool when you're kayaking 15 miles downstream until you have to go back. Skully, what was the best? Oh, we did it. John, have you guys ever thought about making high-end cooler wraps for Arctic, Yetis, Orca coolers? Don't say it.
Bless you.
I've seen some homemade Molly wraps for them, but nothing legit. So you want a $400 cooler wrap to put on your $600 cooler? I don't. They're all different sizes.
Just pay Mike $400 to paint them.
To paint them. They're all different sizes, man. I don't know. And then I've got what I have. I got 4 or 5 coolers in the back. They make different sizes between each brand. Each size is different. I don't know, man. Fuck, send me some. I've seen them. There's a couple companies making them. I know Yeti even has some that go on theirs now.
So I can't say bless you?
Oh, was I not supposed to say that?
He said don't say anything. I didn't say anything, and then you said something.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that's what you said.
Always something to say. Always.
I didn't want the Lord to smite me.
Do you know why they say bless you?
Why?
Well, they don't really say bless you.
Smite me, mighty smiter.
I'm not the Lord. I'm supposed to say God bless you.
Do you know why they say God bless you?
Why?
Because if you had the plague, one of the side effects was you would sneeze a lot. So
that's not true.
They thought the Pope. Was it the Pope?
But the Pope's going to save you by saying God bless you?
No, not the Pope. The Pope thought the king had it because he was sneezing, so they had everybody say God bless you.
I don't know. Weirder things that happen.
People say it's because your heart stops and blah blah blah.
No, your heart doesn't
because
stop.
your heart stops.
When people say that when you sneeze, your heart stops, which is or skips a beat or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe.
All right. Here's your podcast.
Is that it? Is that 1010?
1010.
1010. 1010.
You totally should.
We should just start counting.
1010.
1010. 1010. OH?
1010.
Buy our shit.
Oh,
Use
shit.
Amazon.
Hey, use Amazon. Go down to the bottom of the page, hit the link.
It's today's Thursday. Email is going out tonight, so check your emails. Tomorrow we will have a new shirt, so look for that. It's fucking cool. And look out for the Yeet Cannon. It's coming.
Yeet.
The SOE Yeet Cannon merchandise.
I got a good screenshot with Tad
Oh.
coming out.